Hey there, family. It's Bobbie here, back again with the crazy hair at the moment. Well and truly in quarantine, as you can tell. Definitely needing a haircut. Today, for Mindset Monday, we're going to be talking about something very, very important. Something I've experienced in the past, and something that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, as well as something that my family has to deal with as well. So, very, very important topic of discussion today is going to be depression and your mental health that may come along with that as well. So just to start things off, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my story and everything that I've experienced in the past in regards to this mental health, just so we can have a little bit of context on my experience and how I got over that mood or that topic or that experience that I've been going through. But also some takeaways and some important factors that can play a role. So very, very importantly, I suffered from depression early on. I was in high school when I first, realized that I had depression or something was wrong. I found myself being tired all the time. I couldn't sleep, though. I didn't care about a lot of things, especially schoolwork, high school, friends, family, all that type of stuff. I just didn't care. On top of that, I did lash out at the people that loved me and that were there to actually look after me. I found that was just a real bad way to be in. Okay, so the only thing that I ended up caring about growing up, essentially in high school and all that type of stuff, was football. So football was pretty much the driving factor that I guess got me out of bed in the morning and kept me quote unquote motivated and happy. And it was really, really weird to think that something that was so physically daunting was the thing that made me happy. So just on top of that, a lot of people don't realize that depression doesn't necessarily mean feeling sad or feeling angry or resentful or anything like that. For me, it just felt like nothing. I couldn't feel things when I needed to feel things. I couldn't react to things when I should have reacted to things, or I just didn't care when I needed to care. So that was something that I didn't realize. I didn't react to stimulus that should have forced or got a reaction out of me. So I remember a little whiles ago now, my sister, who I love dearly, told me that she used to often find me staring at a screen, whether it be TV or my video games or computer or whatever, with my eyes glazed over, and I just wasn't paying any attention at all. I didn't think, I didn't care. I was just found myself lost in my own thoughts. So overthinking was a massive deal for me as well. So finally, I convinced myself and my family that I needed to find help. So I convinced them that I needed to go see a doctor. This is the time when I learned that depression was hereditary, and it actually did fall in my family. And it could have just been a simple chemical imbalance in my brain that could have just needed a drug fix or whatever. So this is when the doctors medicated me and prescribed me a drug called Lexapro. So that is just a simple antidepressant that tried to maintain or support the chemical imbalance in my brain to function normally, I guess. This is when this information came together, I realized why I liked football so much. It was because football, when I played or after I played, it would release happiness endorphins in my body called dopamine, which would literally inject happiness into your bloodstream and all that type of stuff, and it created a high for me. That's why I love football so much. And I can tell you right now that football was a massive, massive impact on my life. Physically, I broke bones, I had a nose reconstruction, I had a knee reconstruction, I dislocated both shoulders, I broke my ankle. Josh, the owner of the gym, you might know, has fractured my spine. Football was a very, very bad thing for my body, but I loved it. I was addicted to that happiness, that feeling that I got from playing football. So that's something I realized later on in life. It was terrible for me, but it was good for me in the long run. Now, I was researching this as well, so at the time, and I found that there was a Harvard study done on exercise and the relation that it had to depression and how you react to things. So the Harvard study shows that exercise can be as effective as antidepressant drugs in some cases. So I wanted to look into this a little bit further. And I read an excerpt from a Dr. Miller from Harvard. And it says, exercising starts a biological cascade of events that result in many health benefits, such as protecting against heart disease, diabetes, improving sleep, and lowering blood pressure. High-intensity exercise releases the body's feel-good chemicals called endorphins, resulting in the runner's high, as joggers report. But for most of us, the real value is in low-intensity exercise sustained over time. I was playing football 6 days a week at this stage, 2 games a week, 4 days of training at this stage. So I guess that is sustained over time. That kind of activity spurs a release of proteins called neurotrophonic or growth factors, which cause nerve cells to grow and make new connections. The improvement in the brain function makes you feel better. In people who are depressed, neuroscientists have noticed that the hippocampus in the brain, the region that helps regulate mood, is smaller. Exercise supports nerve cell growth in the hippocampus, improving cells' connections, and then helps relieve depression. So that's what the doctor has stated through this. And I realized that exercise was a massive factor in me getting over my depression. Not necessarily getting over my depression, but getting off the drugs at the time of taking depression, antidepressants, sorry. And it really, really put me in a better mindset in the end. Regardless of how much it damaged my body, it put my mind in a better spot. So in the end of this all, we do want to find something that we can show a bit of light in our lives, and something that drives us and motivates us, and something that maybe needs to give us that dopamine hit, something that makes us happy, so we can realize and I guess single out those factors that we may be feeling. So in the end of this, a little bit of story time with Bob. I do have to let you know, sometimes I do feel the clasp of depression coming over me. I'll always feel that feeling. I'll always have depression. There's no cure for it. I don't take any antidepressants or anything anymore, but I do know I still feel those same feelings that I've had in the past. Sometimes I do still get sucked into those depressing moods. But I just have learned that these feelings don't necessarily last, or they won't last long. And sometimes I just need to let those emotions engulf me and wash over me and let me feel those feelings, so I can tell at the end that I will be better in the outcome, you know? So I just need to tell myself sometimes that everything's going to be okay. It's okay to feel crap right now. A lot of people don't realize that you got to be kind to yourself, and you got to let yourself feel these things and experience these things. Something I struggled with a lot, especially after seeing a therapist and all that type of stuff. She really, really, really helped me realize and exercise those feelings and let me feel those emotions that wash over me and let them happy. This, she did tell me that, or did teach me, sorry, that these I'll be okay chats that I had with myself can alleviate a lot of the stress and the anxiety that I have for making my body feel this way, or having this certain emotion or this reaction to a situation. But this definite alleviation of stress and anxiety definitely can stop me from having a little bit more of a negative way of thinking, or more detrimental way of thinking. Just remember though that being or having a positive mindset is definitely a preventative, but it is not a cure. So remember guys, if you do need help, definitely go seek it. Many factors may play a role in depression, including genetics, biology, body chemistry, all that type of stuff. All of these effects may affect the brain performance and how your body or brain reacts to external stimulus or the things that are happening around you. So again, in the long run, definitely a positive mindset can definitely be a massive preventative, but never a cure. So if you are looking, or you're feeling these feelings and you don't know where to look, guys, definitely look at the description. If you need to reach out or anything like that, definitely have a chat with one of us boys. We're always here to help. We're always happy to have a chat, even if it's just a chat. Doesn't necessarily have to be about sport or exercise or anything like that. We're definitely here to help you guys. Please look in the description if you do want to reach out to somebody and have a chat about more important matters. And remember, you're not weak to speak. Definitely seek out some help. For the exercise of today, guys, if you are feeling confident and happy, let us know in the comments below 3 things that make you happy. I know my most important thing is going to be my family and my friends around me. Number 2 would be this job. I love helping you guys. I love talking to you guys. I love trying to motivate that positivity around the world and all that type of stuff. And number 3 is just going to be, I'm very, very happy to be on this platform, showing health, exercise, mindset. Mindset is a big, big thing. So I love showing you guys some tips and tricks and my experiences with it all. So comment down below 3 experiences or 3 things that make you happy, and we'll go from there, guys. Again, love you all. I can't wait to hear what you come up with. Thanks for listening, guys. Love you. Bye.